those cones? The front?
Yeah.
This one hasn't got a ball anymore.
Yeah.
Cool. Morning everyone, welcome to Mini Hockey Live this morning. We're due to start in the next minute or so we'll just wait for people to come in to the chat. Make sure if you are ready to go, you have your 4 objects. I'm using 4 cones today. You can use anything else that you want, so make sure you have those 4 objects with you. I'm also looking to have 3 balls as well. Okay, so if you can find any tennis balls, doesn't matter what ball it is, okay, but 3 balls, that would be great as well. So go and find those items if you can, and we'll start in 1 minute's time.
Got India from Mini Hockey joined.
Hi India.
Oliver Drake. Danny
Oliver.
Wilcock.
Welcome. Hi Danny.
Tom Wadsworth.
Hi Tom Waters. I think I saw Gaz Hillsden.
Hills has put morning boss.
Morning Hills. Probably still in bed, chilling out, enjoying his Sunday morning.
Sean Dewing.
Hi Sean. Hope you're well, Sean. Guys, make sure as well, if you are, don't be afraid to comment into the chat. Also, if you could like the live video and share it as well, that really helps get more people involved, so please like it and share it whilst you're sitting there waiting, and we'll start in 1 minute's time.
Oh, Hills is out in the sun.
Excellent.
Danny Wilcock says morning, mate.
Morning, Danny. Okay, guys, so if you've just joined, welcome to Mini Hockey Live this morning. We're going to be looking at 2 drills today, and all you need to complete those 2 drills and the warm-up beforehand is you need 4 objects. I'm using cones, which work great if you've got any. If you haven't, just find 4 random objects. I've used bean tins in the past. I've used shoes. Shoes are always a good one to use. So go and find those objects now. Also, if you can, try and find yourself 3 balls. They don't have to be hockey balls. They can be tennis balls, soft balls, whatever you can find. See if you can find yourself 3 balls, because that's what we're going to use during the warm-up, okay? If you haven't got any of those items, you can improvise, okay? I'll give you some time to maybe think about how you could do the drill, all right? But I'm going to explain it here in a sec. Anybody else?
Ben Croft, go Kenny hockey team.
Ben Croft, that's a blast from the past. Okay, so we're going to start, and we're going to start with the warm-up first. As you can see here, I've put 4 cones in a box, okay? Not too far apart, obviously if you're smaller than I am, all right, which is not a lot of you, okay? You can put the box a little bit smaller. If you're obviously bigger, make it slightly bigger, okay? So you don't need your stick for this first one, so I'm going to put my stick out of the way to the side, and as you can see, I've got 3 balls, okay, on the cones. Again, if you're not using cones and you're using just random items, just put the ball next to the item, or if you can balance them on top, okay, just put them on top, all right? I've also left one of the cones out of the 4 empty, okay, so one of the cones does not have an item on it. All you're going to do for the first start of the warm-up, okay, is you're going to set yourself up in a decent hockey playing position. Now, that's feet wide apart, that's bending my knees and trying to keep my back straight as much as possible. Okay, this is where we play hockey. Yeah, it might look a little bit funny in this position here, okay, but if you give me a hockey stick, suddenly I start to look like a bit of a hockey player, okay? So you're going to start yourself up in a nice strong position here, all right? I'm going to kick my hands out in front of me, and then what you're going to do for roughly 30 seconds, if you've got somebody timing you, that would be great. For 30 seconds, what you're going to do is you're going to go to a ball, you're going to pick it up, and you're going to move it to the spare one, back to the middle. Pick up the ball, move it to the spare one. Pick up the ball, move it to the spare one. So you're constantly picking up and moving, okay, and the whole time I'm trying to keep myself in that body position. What I don't want you to do is I don't want you to get to the ball and use your back to bend, pick up the ball, stand up, move to the side, and put the ball down. All right, I want you to get yourself in that position and see how long, okay, you can hold yourself in that position. All right, after a while, really starts to hurt the legs, okay? So you're going to do that for 30 seconds, you're going to have 10 seconds rest, and then you can do it for another 30 seconds, and then we'll move on, okay? So give that a go now. Why do I always get tired after the first drill? I need to start playing hockey, yeah?
You're unfit.
Oh.
You need to get fit.
Guys, this will really hurt your legs. Alright, so as you're moving around for 30 seconds, your legs will start to burn. If you're doing it properly and you've got your feet wide apart the whole time, we're moving from cone to cone. Okay, bouncing the ball on our targets. Again, if you're not using cones and you're using trainers or bean tins, just place the ball next to it, that'll be absolutely fine. So 30 seconds of that, you're going to have a 10-second rest. If you feel like you need more time like I did, give yourself more time, then you have another 30 seconds doing the same again. Hi Gomi, Ellie Holmes, how are you? I am getting old, Hills, you're right, I'm 30 now. Hi Anna. Okay, so we should be just about done now with that. Alright, so we've used our 4 balls and moving the balls from cone to cone. This time you're going to use your stick, okay? So I'm going to have my stick ready, alright? And all I'm going to do is, again, focusing on setting yourself up in that hockey playing position, okay? So now my knees are bent, my feet are wide apart, my back's straight, and my stick's out in front of me. All I'm going to do this time, it's really important you keep 2 hands on the stick while doing this, okay? So my 2 hands are on the stick, one at the top, one halfway down. And all I'm going to do now is for 30 seconds, okay? I'm going to move to a cone, I'm going to touch it with my left hand, okay? And I'm going to move back. Move to a cone, left hand, move back. Left hand, move back, okay? And we're constantly now moving in that position, okay? You're going to do that for 30 seconds, but you're going to see how many of those you can do. So each time you get one, you touch it with your left hand, you're going to count 1, 2, 3, okay? What's important here is you don't cheat. And what I mean by that is, when most people do this, they put their left hand down and they lift this hand up, all right, to make it easy for themselves. No, you've got to use your legs to get down there. So I'm pushing down, I'm up, okay? I'm down and I'm up. As you can see, I'm trying to stay the same height as much as possible. All right, again, it's going to start to hurt the legs. To see how many you can do in 30 seconds, have a 10-second rest, and do it for 30 seconds again. Then we're ready to go.
Anna Maitland, Darren Griffiths and Adam Wilson have joined.
Morning Darren, Adam, Anna as well. You're right, it's hot.
Did tell you to wear shorts.
Got my new gear on. You're right, it's only a bee. It's gone.
It was literally on my neck.
Sorry, my film partner just decided to run off because of bee.
A bee landed on me.
Okay, so you should have done at least 30 seconds and a 10-second rest by now. Remember, hands apart at all times, knees bent, stick out in front, okay? And then we're just moving to each cone, touching it with our left hand and coming back. Touching with our left hand and coming back. So very similar to the one we've just done. The first one, if you've just joined us, was picking up the ball without our stick, moving it to the spare cone. Picking up the ball, moving it to the spare cone, okay? Okay, so we're going to move on to our first drill now. Okay, so you guys should be warmed up, ready to go. All right, we're going to use the cones or the objects that you've been using. Okay, and you're going to place them out in front of you. So I'm doing this on the mat. See if you can get as flat surface as much as you can. Okay, because this is really important for the dribbling we're going to do in a sec. So I'm going to put 2 cones out in front of me, quite close together. All right, and then I'm going to put 2 cones slightly wider out there like so. So you've got 4 cones, 2 in the middle nice and close together, and then 2 a touch wider, okay?
Oakley is loving this.
Excellent. Oakley had a session the other day. I hope you enjoyed your session, Oakley. So, you're going to set yourself up, and we're looking at that hockey playing position that we just did a second ago, okay? So what's that? We bend our knees, okay? We keep our feet wide apart, and we keep our back as straight as possible, all right? Look how far I am away from the hockey ball, all right? A lot of you guys at the start, or when we begin to play hockey, we like having the ball nice and close to us, which is great for control, but then I can't see anything, okay? So make sure you have the ball way out in front of you, and you get yourself in that hockey playing position. All we're going to do, okay, for 5 seconds is we're going to dribble the orange ball from the first cones in front of you, so the close ones together right in the middle. Okay, you're going to dribble the ball from cone to cone as fast as you can, all right? So just for 5 seconds, we're going to have the ball in line with 1 cone, and we're going to dribble the ball as fast as we can from blue cone to blue cone for 5 seconds, okay? Obviously, that's really easy for me, okay? So you've really got to test yourselves by doing it as fast as you can, all right? So we really try and move that ball, all right, as quick as we can. As you can see, it's really starting to hurt, and you feel the burn in your forearms here if you do it quick enough, okay? So we're going to do that for 5 seconds, all right? Set yourself up in the hockey playing position. Okay, ball here, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? Now, once I get to 5, all right, you're then going to move to the bigger drag. So we're going to go 1 to 5, and then I'm going to say 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And for those 5 seconds, you're going to go wider. So we do this for 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And when I say 6, we go to the wide cones. 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay? So 5 seconds on the short ones, 5 seconds on the outer ones. Now it's really important we keep ourselves in that hockey playing position while we're trying to do it. So try and do that as fast as you can. A few goes on that, I'll give you 1 minute to do that a few times, and then we'll advance it a little bit.
Hamish Leeds has joined.
Hamish.
So I said yes, he loved his session on Tuesday, huge smiles.
Excellent. Really good. That's with Jordan, which is great. So remember guys, at the moment we are actually offering private one-to-one coaching at the Peterborough Astro. So if it is something you're interested in, make sure you email us at hockeyforyouacademy@hotmail.com. Okay, or you can go onto our Facebook page. Please, if you haven't done already, like our Facebook page. This is where all of our videos are. There's so many videos that we've done over the lockdown period. Drills you can do in your back garden, drills you can do once you get back on the pitch. So have a look at our Facebook page as well. Just to recap, in case you've just joined, okay, we've done our warm-up, we're doing our first drill. Okay, we're doing 5 seconds here, all right, with our fast hands as fast as we can. Okay, 5, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, doing the wide cones, all right? Now, what's really important here, now you've probably given it a few goes, is that we also keep our stick on the ball, all right? So obviously we're in the hockey playing position. We've got distance between the cones and our feet so we can actually dribble the ball, but also what we tend to do when we're doing this really fast, especially when we go to the wide cones, we tend to take our stick off the ball to then drag it, okay? If you take your stick off the ball in hockey, you can't do anything with it. Also, it's really likely to get tackled. So if you can, keep your stick as close to the ball as possible, especially when dribbling it out to the side. As you've also noticed, I haven't moved my feet. That's because we're just working on our arms, all right? So keep your feet nice and still, keep them wide apart, set yourself up in a hockey playing position, okay? And then we'll do that. Another 30 seconds on that, guys, then we'll move to skill, we'll advance the skill slightly. that orange ball just down there?
Mm.
You see that orange ball?
I think so, but
It's
yes.
quite right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the comments are over it. But I think so.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Okay, so we're going to advance that drill slightly. I'm only going to do this very quickly, and then we'll move on to the next one. So you've done your 1 to 5 and your 5 to 10 seconds, okay? As soon as we get to 10, we're then going to go into a pass, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to put an object, so one of your spare objects that you're not using, or another ball, where actually we can then play a pass and try and hit that ball, okay? So I do my 1 to 5 here, so 4, 5, I do my wide drags here, 7, 8, 9, and then 10, and then we're going to go around the right-hand side with the ball staying out in front of us. We're going to look at the target, okay, and then we're going to play a pass. We're going to try and hit that target, okay? So, use your spare items. Put your spare items out in the garden. You can have more than one target if you want, okay? That means you can do this really quick, out of here, play a pass. This really quick, out of here, play a pass, okay? 30 seconds on that, and then we'll move on to skill number 2. Okay, so we're going to move on to skill number 2 now. If you just joined or you missed the start of the session, after this live video is finished, it actually goes as a post onto our Facebook page. So you can go onto our Facebook page, okay, grab the post, and then you can pretty much do the whole session again. All right. If you haven't done already or you've just joined, please make sure you like it, share it. Really helps get people involved, and also even after this live video is finished, get people to go onto our Facebook page and like the page. Really, really appreciate it. Okay, so we're now going to set up another little box, all right? But the box is actually on both sides only going to be the length of the stick, okay? So if you're not using cones, a really good one to use for this is shoes, all right? Everybody's got shoes somewhere in the house, so you can just grab 4 shoes. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to find a barrier. So whether you create a line of shoes or I use hockey sticks, so I've got loads of spare hockey sticks. See if you can find yourself, okay, a barrier, all right? And then you're going to lay the barrier down one side, okay? Someone had a bad morning. Okay, one stick down one side, one stick down the other side, okay? All I'm going to do here is I'm going to look to lift the ball over the sides, okay? So I'm going to start facing forward. Again, what we're focused on today is getting ourselves in a good hockey playing position, all right? And so I'm going to have the ball out in front of me, and what I'm going to look to do is I'm going to look to pull the ball back, okay? And then dig underneath the ball and lift it over the sides, okay? So if we watch that again, ball way out in front of me so I can see exactly what I'm doing. I've got loads of space here. I'm going to pull the ball back, and then I'm going to lift over the side barrier. So if you want to watch it the other way, okay, I'm going to pull the ball back, okay, and then I'm going to lift over the side. What's really important here to be able to lift the ball over the barrier is that we bend our knees and we keep our back nice and straight, okay? If I pull the ball towards me, all right, and it's too close to my feet, I'm not going to be able to dig underneath the ball, or even worse, I'll be able to lift it, but it'll go through the neighbour's fence, okay? So what I've got to make sure I do is I make sure I give myself loads of space here, but also I try and get nice and low by bending my knees, and I get the back of the stick on the floor, so I'm able to lift over the side barrier, okay? So give that a go, create some barriers either side of you, and then we're just looking to get underneath it, lift it over the side, all right?
Jack Cartwright and Jordan Heald are watching.
Excellent. Hope you're well, Jack. Jord, morning. Probably doing this. This is a morning workout. Thanks, Jord, as well, because Oakley really enjoyed his one-to-one session with you the other day. So thank you for that. Okay, can you roll me that? now we've done that stationary and we've just got used to lifting the ball over the sides, which is probably quite easy. If you're finding it difficult, don't worry, it takes a little bit of practice. Just remember to give yourself loads of space to practice this. Alright, so loads of space between the ball and your feet and you'll get underneath it in no time. What you're going to do to advance that now is you're going to get a partner, if you've got one, to roll the ball into you. If you haven't, don't worry, okay? You can just carry on with that first skill. But if you've got a partner, I want you to get them to roll the ball into you, okay? So what we're going to do here is we're going to set up exactly the same, but now we're going to receive a pass from our partner. So the ball gets rolled in. I'm going to collect the ball, and then I'm going to go straight in to the lift, all right? So again, if your partner rolls in the ball for you, okay, set yourself nice and low, watch the ball come in, collect the ball, and then we're going straight in to that lift, all right? Reason why this is a little bit harder is because when we receive the ball, we tend to stand a bit upright, okay? So actually, keep yourself again in that nice low body position, so when you collect that ball, you're ready to go straight into that lift, all right? So one more time, your partner rolls it in, okay? You collect the ball, and then you're ready, because you're nice and low to the ground, to go straight into that lift, okay? 30 seconds on that, and then we'll move on to the final advancement of this drill.
He's got his orange ball.
Oh, good. He's having a noisy morning. Okay, so now you've given that a go, we're going to do the final advancement of this drill. We're going to have now move the target, so one is in front of you, and now one is behind you, okay? All we're going to do on this one in front is we're going to practice what we've just done, but also we're going to look at using a reverse to lift the ball, okay? It's the same sort of fundamentals. We have to make sure we're in a good hockey playing position. We have to make sure the ball's out in front of our feet, okay? But this time we're going to drag the ball from the right-hand side to the left-hand side. Now as I drag this ball across, I then turn my stick over the top of the ball, and I use the hook part of my stick there to allow the ball to roll up my stick, and then I lift it over. Okay? Look how low I am. I'm still bending my knees. I've still got the ball way out in front of me. I roll it across. I turn my stick over the top, and then I use the flat part of my stick, the hook part of my stick, to lift the ball over the target. Okay? So the first set that I did, when the sticks were on the sides, I looked at using my strong side, and now I'm going to look at using my reverse to lift the ball over. Okay, 30 seconds, give that a go. Make sure you're nice and low to the ground. Make sure the ball's out in front of your feet, okay, and make sure you keep your stick nice and close to the ball so we can lift it over. What's he doing? Oh no. Oh, you're doing hurdles. Come on. We'll make an appearance at some point. Yeah. Oh, it's just the dog, everybody. Now you've met.
You.
Okay, so last thing we're going to do now is, as you can see, I've come right to the back. All right, and now I've got my two lifts out in front of me. Okay, now everything's still the same. You can choose whether to use your reverse to lift or you can use your strong side to lift. All right, but the trouble thing is now, or the hard thing's going to be actually controlling the ball between the two lifts. Okay, so what I don't want you to do is I want you to chuck the ball over the first one and it runs past the second one. We're trying to do both, one after another. Okay, so make sure you actually lift the ball rather than chuck the ball forwards. You have to get underneath it. Okay, we're trying to get the ball up in the air, not chuck it as far forward as we can. All right, so choose a lift to do, whichever lift you want to do. We're nice and low to the ground, knees are bent, feet are wide apart. Okay, and I'm dragging the ball and I'm lifting the ball over. Okay, and then I'm trying to control the ball before I get to the next one. Okay, so I've controlled the ball and now I'm obviously going to go the other side and I've got over both. All right. So if you've ever to chuck a ball, you flick a ball and you find it goes too far in front of you to run onto, it's because you're not quite getting underneath the ball enough, all right? The ball may be too close to you, especially if it's too close to you, we end up chucking the ball a bit too far. Okay, so if the ball's really close to my feet, I can try and get underneath the ball, but as you can see, it's chucked the ball far too forward, okay? So give yourself the space so you can see underneath the ball, okay? We can lift and we can control, okay? We can lift and we can control, all right? So that's going to be the advancement for the last drill. If you want to go even more than that, all right, and you've got maybe some more targets you can put out, you can put another one at the end, so you have to do 3 in a row, okay? If that's too easy, we can almost look to juggle the ball, all right? So if you find that really easy, I challenge you, see if you can actually, okay, juggle the ball, let it bounce in between each one, and lift the ball over. Okay? Try not to trip over your obstacles. As funny as it would be, it might hurt, all right? But all we need to do now, okay, is we can add another one, all right, or we can add ones to the side, but obviously if it's too difficult, just focus on lifting the ball over the obstacles, okay? Guys, that's the 2 skills that we are doing today. So the first one, we looked at our 1 to 5 and our 5 to 10 hand speed, okay? So we're dribbling the ball here, then we're dribbling the ball outside, all right? So if I just set that one up very quickly for you, just in case you've just joined. As I said, guys, if you've missed all of this, it's going to be as a post on our Hockey For You Academy page afterwards. But I put 2 nice and close together, and I put 2 of my obstacles nice and wide. And all I'm looking to do is work on my hand speed, all right, where I do the first one for 5 seconds here, okay, and then 4, 5, and then when it's 6 seconds, 7, 8, I go nice and wide. Okay, hand speed's really, really important in hockey, because it's what moves the ball quickly to allow us to eliminate players. Right? And actually hand speed is something really easy you can practice at home, whether it's inside on the carpet or outside on a mat or a flat surface that you've got. Guys, that's the end of the mini hockey session. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done already, please make sure you like our Hockey For You Academy page on Facebook. We are running one-to-one sessions at the moment. They are bookable. There's a team of coaches, so go across to our website, hockeyforyouacademy.co.uk, to check out our coaches, see what sessions we can offer. We're really, really busy at the moment, which is great news. So if you are struggling, make sure you email me on hockeyforyouacademy@hotmail.com. Thank you so much for watching. Big thanks to Aussie Dave for organising through mini hockey. Thank you, mate, and a big thanks to 11 Hockey as well for sponsoring us. It's the sticks that I use, so I'm sure you guys have heard of it. But yeah, big thanks to them as well. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you in a few weeks' time.